Welcome back, everyone. Protests are erupting not only here in Vegas, but across the country to demand justice for Black Americans. The First Amendment protects your rights to assemble and express your views. However, government officials are allowed to place restrictions. So it's important to know your rights. Earlier today, I spoke with Eric Palacios to get more information on these guidelines.
Hi, Eric. Thank you for joining me.
Hi, Lindsay. Thank you for having me.
So let's talk protests. I think people understand that they have the right to protest, to participate in a demonstration, but what are the guidelines as far as where people can do this?
Generally, the organizer of a demonstration or a protest is required to request a permit. Once this is granted, then you let them know how many people you expect and the areas from where to where the event is going to take place. So even though you do have the right to demonstrate or to protest, you have to do so following the law.
Okay, and what are some of these laws? What are the guidelines? We've decided to protest, we're attending. What do we have to do?
I think people get carried away and think that they're able to trespass onto private property, to damage others' property, or even to loot or to commit vandalism. So you have to be very careful with this and do it in a way that you're not breaking any laws or committing any crimes.
Okay, is there anything specifically that maybe people are doing and they don't know that is wrong? And because a lot of these protests are starting as peaceful, and they're breaking out into violent protests.
We see a lot of people getting combatant or violent with the police. This is not okay. You can't just walk in the middle of the street, disturb traffic, disturb others, be violent towards others. We see videos of people pushing, spitting, cursing at the police. And these are measures that if the police want to, they can arrest you or charge you with a crime.
Okay, so what happens once we're charged with a crime? What happens after that?
Well, depending on the seriousness of it, it could either be a misdemeanor or a felony. Looting, for instance, if you take something with a value of under $650, it's considered petty larceny, which can be a misdemeanor with a fine up to $1,000 and 6 months in jail. If the item that you steal is $650 or above, you can be looking at years in prison and a fine of up to $10,000. So it's no joke. You need to be very careful not to break any laws. If you're going to demonstrate, if you're going to protest, make sure you do it peacefully and following the law.
And this might not be a law that is punishable, but we're talking about the permit, and you have to say how many people you expect to show up for this protest. A lot of people are coming together, and it's kind of defying the rules that were put in place as far as COVID-19 is concerned. So should people be wearing their masks?
Well, you should always be careful. Even though the city has opened up, there's still a danger of getting COVID-19. As we know, the numbers are still showing that every day there's new cases of it. So we need to be careful. Just because the city is open doesn't mean that we can go back to our regular lives as it was before, especially if you're elderly or if you have a physical condition that puts you at risk. So for the sake of your own safety and that of others, it's important to follow the protocols that have been laid out.
All right, Eric. Well, thank you so much for this information. As always, we appreciate you coming on and talking to us.
Thank you for having me, and be safe.
Okay, thank you. You too.
And for more information, just give Eric Palacios and Associates a call at 702-444-7777. You can also visit their website at ericpalacioslaw.com. JC.